Tonight, from Seattle, Washington,
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be...
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Throwing on first down. Brewer. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On first down, Brewer. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. They run for it with Harris. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They run again with Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a run with Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they go to work on and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal, and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender, because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times is inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on second down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And Walker once more. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's What he's been doing all season long.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back to throw. Brewer. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. To throw on third down. Brewer. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 1st and 10, Brewer. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Looking to throw on second down. Brewer completes this one to Pickens. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Throwing on first down. Brewer. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marshall. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Harris over the middle. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Back to throw again. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Brewer. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Back to throw. Brewer. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime to get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 6. Operating from the gun. Brewer. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Looking to throw. Brewer. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing to start the drive, Brewer. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Boye Mafe able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On the give, this is Harris. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Brewer. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now that's Elliott. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them?
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. But this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Walker with another carry.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle, here's Walker.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here's Walker. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Hand off here to Walker. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll give it up to the big man Walker.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Handoff to Charbonnet. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
On third down, here's Harris. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On first down,
Brewer, a short one there to Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw on second down, Brewer.
Oh, what a catch by Marshall.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get into all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Steelers have won the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going.